Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, Research Stadium, home to the Beavers, and you better get used to the sound of chainsaws as the fans here have been ready for this clash since early this morning. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Washington Huskies. And the Beavers will kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. The give. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll try the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
This offense wants to send a message on the opening drive of the game. No punting today. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
That's a down and distance that would make a lot of coaching staffs pause, maybe call a timeout and think about, but not this one. There was no doubt, Reese, they were going to run the football, try to pick that up on 4th.
Direct challenge to the defense. If you want the ball, you're going. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Looking for a man. It's Nunez. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there. Still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the 1st down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run it. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. So the Oregon State Beavers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Pulls it in. It's Pugh. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Good timing on the quick out. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The Beavers are on the move. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Lowers those pads. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating, because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On the option. He'll toss it. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. At the 20, he's got space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. On to attempt the try. And it's perfect. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Nebraska was able to come away with the win, as they have so many times there in Lincoln, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Off the play fake. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And this is the type of defense that have made the Huskies a factory for pro players.
Yeah, and Reese, when I think about Washington football, I think about defense, I think about right place, right time, great thought process, just physical, make you earn everything they get every single year.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. The lone back's got it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, give up the run, they get a short little game, no harm, no foul.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? The give to the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. This offense has a 2nd down play. Now he's looking to throw it. Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Power football with the run. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Winston. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's McClain. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And the ball is picked off. Obliterates him, still on the move. Looking for more room. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Beavers! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
These guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. He'll try the left side. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Dropping back, it's Nunez. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field, too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's taking the shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Nunez. They're trying to get to him. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to move it through the air. Swings it out to his running back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders... It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Got his man in the middle. No chance to run, but still a good game.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
The Beavers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
To the air, it's Nunez. Finds the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. It's caught. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. It's complete to the right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field? You got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
That's caught. It's McLean. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. He's got his man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the returner goes down. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Looking down the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball in his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy. They're not...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
They'll throw it on first down. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Almost had the completion, just missed it. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a third and long. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It's good.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looks as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Pocket starts to collapse. Firing to the right, complete. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass, it's Nunez. Coming after him. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having to lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against a wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Gets open down the middle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 35-yard line. And the Beavers headed quickly to the line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Still looking on the move. Nice job to get down there and avoid the hit with the slide. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The offense set for a first down play. Give to the running back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Right back to him on the ground. Oh, gave the defender the business. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He leaves it with the back. Just ran him over. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass and make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Rams him with the stiff arm. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense going all in to stop the run. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Oregon State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Trying to impose their will with the run. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another 1st down. Handoff to the single back. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. They've got it just outside the red zone. It's at the 21.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They'll go to the ground. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskies!
Touchdown, Washington.
Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Oregon State, 27.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Beavers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's #2. They better start playing some better defense. #3 is coming soon.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. 1st down here for the offense. Quick handoff. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Leaves it with the running back. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll toss it to the left. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They've changed into the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. The option look. The pitch. Smashes through. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Execution.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already four-down territory? Just destroying his way through the field. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. So this offense with an opportunity to... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Southern Miss went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Golden Eagles team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. To the air on first down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Got his man on the right. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. The Beavers want to crank the tempo.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to the running game. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this third and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Beavers are flying down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Using the quick game. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running to the left. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here on 3rd down. To the ground with the back. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Tackled, but he has a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To give as they work on that clock. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Leaves it with the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Handoff to the single running back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Touchdown, Washington! And the beatdown has ensued. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quickly complete. Turns it on at midfield. He's loose. The 10. Touchdown, Oregon State. And once he got loose, it was all over. 2-point conversion attempt is coming. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, 4th quarter. Got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
On first down, here comes this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Turns it loose deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Tosses it incomplete.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to...
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
Dropping back, it's Nunez trying to get to him. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Tackled there by the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So on 4th and goal, already with the... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Maryland just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in College Park. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the...
Snags it down the right side. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Beavers!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Quarterback checking off. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he makes the catch inside the 10. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. One more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Husky. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Oregon State, 49.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Going up top on first down. And the sack all the way back at the 5. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Second down.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
He's right on target. Touchdown, Huskies! And the stomping has commenced. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
77. Oregon State, 49.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the misconnection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. And the Beavers will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And there's nothing more frustrating than you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs.
First down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. He fires to the left side. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. One more play to pad the stats. Looking downfield, it's Nunez. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. Well, this was an